Alright guys, got another video here. I'm sitting in a 2020 Nissan Sentra. I'm doing a little bit of an update video on the Autel MS906BT. Had it a little over 2 years now, using it in a professional environment. I was going to do an update video, let you guys know what I thought about it now after having it and using it for a while. Just to show a little bit more of the software and the platform of it. A little bit of hands-on stuff, showing you guys how it works, in case anybody is, I guess, thinking about buying one of these, trying to find out or decide on one. You can get a little bit of an idea of how this one works and how it looks and how the platform feels. So I'll get into it. Not really going to be solving any type of diagnostic problems right now. I'm just going to go over it a little bit, show you guys some of the features it has, things like that. So let's get into it. So you open it up, you come to this page here. Go to diagnostics. We'll select Nissan because that's what we're in. And you can choose your system selection, manual selection, or automatic. I always choose automatic. I haven't had any vehicle that it would not do an automatic VIN read on that's newer than 1999. Some of them a little bit older than that, it will still do it, but most of them you'll have to manually enter everything in. See, it has all of our information right here. All right, I'll show you how it functions first. So basically, this is all of your different procedures you can do. It really depends on the vehicle you're on, not really the scanner, what you're able to do, but you got different functions: throttle body reset, adaptive relearns, things like that. We can go to diagnosis. We can do an auto scan, which will do a rundown, scan for codes of basically everything or all the modules in the vehicle. You see we got one code there on the engine. And you can also go into those modules after it's done scanning and go to your live data and your bidirectional controls from there as well. You can also go back, we'll go back in a minute, I'll show you. You can go back and go to the module selection, and you can go to whatever module you want from there and just scan those individually. I prefer the auto scan, simply because you can get an idea of what kind of codes you have or how many other codes and faults you have other places right off the bat without having to go to each individual one. And you can hear it's doing stuff with the blend doors for the BCM, I'm assuming, to check those for codes. Or faults, I should say. That's the HVAC. All right, continuing to scan. And on older vehicles, there will not be nearly this many modules. I think when I scanned my 96 Mustang, it was like 30 seconds and it was done. It was like 2 or 3 modules it could show me things on. Obviously on newer vehicles, this one being 2 years old, it's going to have a lot of modules for you to be able to access and scan. There are no warning lights or anything on this vehicle, so I'm actually interested in see what some of these codes are. All right, and just like that, this is done. You scroll through, look at your codes. We'll go ahead and just go see what code we have in the BCM, or not BCM, ECM. And I do have the Bluetooth dongle down there plugged into the diagnostic port. And I will say, in the shop I work in, the other technician has a snap-on scanner. Looks similar to this one, and he's had to borrow mine several times for different things, such as forward power balance on some vehicles. It will not do a turbo relearn on a Duramax the other day. He had to borrow it for. There's several things that this one does that some of the other even snap-on ones will not do on certain vehicles. But they all have their ups and downs, so it just depends. But that's what that's what I have noted so far. They read codes. All right, got an immobilizer code. I haven't had any trouble with this vehicle, so I'm not sure why we're having that code on there. We'll clear it. Go to erase codes. Yes. Selected function is not supported by the ECU, huh? All right then. I'll have to look into that later. But from here, you can go to your active test, which is basically your bidirectional controls. You can see all these different things you can access. It really helps a ton when you're doing diagnosis. You can get your live data here. All signals. Let's see here, there is quite a lot of data you can look at. This is just for the ECU. We can go back here. And it will read the code again. Said we did not clear it. So we got all these other. This is just the auto scan. It shows all of them. So I'll go back again. Go to control unit. From here you can select those individual modules. We'll go back again. Show you the coding. This is for some of this is for the programmable modules you can do. Some of it is for such as like the weight for the passenger. You can do that. The weight limit for the passenger for the airbag to come on. Some of the chiming for like the seatbelt, you can change some things like that. It just varies by vehicle for that anyway. So that's just the brief rundown on that. It shows you a little bit more on it. So we'll go back. Yes. From here, you have, and that's a cool feature right there. When you go back, it's making sure you get your VCI or dongle, whatever you want to call it. You got all these brands. You can do different updates on them. You have Shop Manager, gives you all your vehicle history, vehicles you've done. Workshop information, customer manager. It's got a lot of cool things that Autel provides. All these different things. I don't use a whole lot of these, but you can see them. But yeah, and then it's also, I mean, it's basically a tablet after that. Besides that, I mean, you can go to the internet and everything on here. But that's the function I normally use right here, because obviously that is what I bought it for. You can go straight to the service selection here on a vehicle if you don't want to skip all that and go into this right here. But that is the basic rundown. Like I said, it's been just about 3 years now since I've owned it. I'm very happy with it, very pleased with it. I'm glad I made the decision to buy this one over some of the competitors. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative, and I hope you got something out of it. So thank you for watching.